Good evening, everybody. This evening I decided to give a talk, simple talk, simple Dhamma talk. Actually it's not so simple, but generally it's called simple because it's not regarding meditation. And Oh. This is because I was someone, I can't remember exactly who that was. It could be Tan Jok Kwang. I'm not sure. He asked me a rather simple question. Of course, it's not as simple as it seems, but generally I would call it simple. He asked me some questions about Devas and Petas. Were you the one? Were you the one? Just this few days ago. Or maybe it could be more than one. It could be someone when we were on our way to Guamusang. Now these people are supposed to be meditators, but it seems they do not have much information or knowledge about these states. You know that they are devas and you know they are petas, or hungry ghosts, but we don't know enough to say something more than that. It's nothing to be ashamed of, because many really also don't know. I remember when I first became a monk, not too long, I was learning Abhidhamma, Abhidhammata Sangaha, and included in that book or course was about the planes of existence, which includes the Devas and the Petas. Now, even those days, even I read about Buddhism, the Four Noble Truths, and all, and even mentioned the 32 planes of existence. That was about it. But when I look into this Abhidhamma book, it was more detailed because it was some kind of text book for these Abhidhamma students in Thailand. Okay. So when I got hold of the books, and by that time I could read Thai, I found that very interesting because it talked about these spirits and these petas and these devas, not through hearsay, like what your grandfather said or my grandmother said, but as reported from textual sources. So it ought to be taken more seriously. If the monks of old and the arahants reported them, then it can't be just some grandfathers or grandmothers' stories. Right? Yeah? Mr. Ong, did your grandmother tell you any stories about ghosts?
Yes.
Then these are grandfather and grandmother stories. But doesn't mean they are not true. They are first-hand experiences. Oh, Tanjung Kwang, Malacca, of course, you should have, because Malacca is supposed to be the capital of ghosts. Do you know? There was an Italian writer, something Tiziano. He wrote a book about his travels, and when he came to Malacca, he said, Malacca are full of ghosts. Everywhere you hear, every house you hear has ghost stories among them. I said, is that so? I come from Malacca, by the way. I've heard some ghost stories, but not as much as you say. But anyway, I didn't meet that man. So the question is not whether you have seen any ghosts or not, or devas or not. It's whether what the ghosts and devas are about. So when you see a ghost, you have to ask him for verification. Are you a ghost, are you a deva or peta, or are you just a figment of my imagination? Kevin, please do that and tell us what happened. Yeah. You meet a scientist in the West, he'll probably do that. I remember a psychologist I met one was at an Penang Meditation Center. He was talking to me. And he said, many things people think are real, but they are not real. When you talk of ghosts, he said, you don't know whether they're real or not real, because there's no scientific explanation to it. He said, in the same way, he says, many people believe there's a God and there are angels, but is there really a God and angel? From the way he said that, he doesn't believe it. And this psychologist is a Westerner, no, probably American. So it puts us Buddhists in the right position. Is this a ghost or is it not a ghost? So the question can be better placed is, what is reality? So that introduction for the talk. So, talking about devas and talking about petas. I don't think I go through the whole story with you, but I just give you some very basic classifications. I remember once on one early occasion we were learning basic Dhamma from basic Dhamma books. Devas, what are devas? Devas by the diva means light, you know. Diva. I think diva is Sanskrit, diva is Pali. Like we say, diva chakku, divine eye, heavenly eye. Chinese called tian yin. Divine ear, heavenly ear, deva ear. So these are certain psychic powers that often come with devas, which humans, unless you practice, don't have those abilities. So the Dhamma commentary qualifies the three types of devas. The first is the conventional deva. Conventional deva are those orang kaya. Ho Gyat Lang, Urui Lang, Pai Wan Phu Ong. All these are conventional devas. Why? Because they are very rich. They say, money cannot buy you everything, but they can buy you a lot of things. So that's why I told somebody, I said that couldn't argue with that. So you have what the very rich people in life. You see people like like the Queen Elizabeth II, a very wealthy family, by the way. They're much richer than your Agong. She died. Of course, some haven't died. Like Elon Musk, supposed to be very rich, isn't it? He can do so many things, but he cannot do a lot of things. He cannot agree with people like Trump. Even all those Iranian, Saudi Arabian sheikhs, with all those oil around their heads and their legs, they will still die. And what happens when they die, only God knows. But when they're still around, they're very proud and they're very powerful. Some which are wiser will make good use of it. Some who are more clinging to power will make a lot of mistakes. Take, for example, some people who are very rich and powerful but died. Who? He may have done a lot of good deeds also. But there are terrible things. Those people who sell weapons, bombs and all those, those Iranian, don't know, Khomeini, and all those things are terrible things. Build a lot of bombs, even those American Jews, they build a lot of bombs. They just use some millions for the world and then solve a lot of problems. Isn't it, Like you see, people talk about Palestine. I mean, all the Arab countries are not helping them. You talk about Muslims, why are they not helping them? They were not letting them become migrants, refugees. So it's very hypocrite. So this I would call very powerful, but say penny wise, pound foolish. And they're very wise in making money, and then they are very rich, but not wise in good deeds. So you're better. You can come and meditate, and then you do a lot of dana every day. But if you want to be wiser, then you meditate more. Tanjong Kwang. Your golf course is nothing. So, anyway, these are called conventional devas. But because they are so rich, it also means that they have a lot of good karma backing up. And this thing is, being rich has a lot to do with dana. These people have done a lot of dana to the right people at the right time, with the right things, and so they have very good karma. Now, then there are those who are wise but they are poor. That means they do a lot of meditation maybe, but they don't do enough good karma, don't do enough dana, things like that, who knows. Now the second type of deva are the Opapattika Dhamma. Those Dhamma devas by birth. These are the spontaneously born devas. And this we refer to the 6 Deva realms and the higher Brahma realms as well. They can be considered also Devas. But the essential realm, Devas, 6. Starting with the heaven of the 4 garden kings. You boleh dengar tak, Pakcik? Saya suara sikit sajalah. You can hear what I'm saying? Cannot. Come closer. You tak boleh dengar, saya tak boleh cakap. Very difficult to communicate. Lagi. So I can shout into your ears. The first type of Deva is the Deva because they're rich. Orang kaya. Boleh dengar? Still cannot. Cannot, huh? Lagi dekat. Maybe bigger volume. Hello? Ini boleh. Not your fault, his fault. Those kind of devas, conventional devas, orang kaya, they can reach, they do many things, they get a lot of pleasure in life, but doesn't mean they are wise. They can still do a lot of bad things. Like some of those mafia gangsters, leaders, they can do terrible things. But not all terrible things, they can do good things also. I remember once, recently I went to China. You can listen to me? I went to Jiuhuashan, one of the Bodhisattva, the holy mountains in China, dedicated to Dijang Wang. The tour guide showed me, you see this big urn, Xianglua, made of stone, rock. You know who gave that to the temple? The head of the Shanghai Bang, the Shanghai gangster leader Dai Guo, donated this to the Jiuhuashan temple. Everybody, wow. Yeah? I also said, wow. But where is he now? When the Karma comes, which is stronger? Dana, Sila or Bhavana? Meditation is the strongest. Next is the morality. No stealing, no killing. The third is the Dana. So which one do you think they did more? Dana, about Sila, Bhavana, no time to meditate, only have to go to look after my business. Okay? Only have time to go and play golf. So where do you think they end up in? Is it? Definitely not Deva realms. Probably not human realms. Human realms, you must have at least Gokai. 5 precepts. Okay, have you got 5 precepts? Yes, okay, you can play some golf. So, see, Sila is more important. Otherwise, you'll be reborn as Michael Jackson's monkey. He lives in the penthouse, but he has all the pleasures of the penthouse. The worst thing is in this woeful state, you have no chance to do good deeds. Then the next life was. These are conventional devas. But at least if you can be wise, you can do a lot of dana, and of course you do many good deeds. No, that is bad. There's nothing wrong with money. Money can do a lot of things. But, there are other more important things to bear in mind. Okay. No, the second, that's why when we come to the next stage, is the Upapatika Devas, those that are born from birth. We are born in a human realm. Still, we are in a happy state because we have a choice. When you say happy state, that means we have a lot of sugati, well born. We are born in a place where we have a lot of opportunity to do good karma and to be in the future able to develop dana, sila, bhavana. So more chances to go higher and higher and higher. The happy states are called sugati. Woeful states are sometimes called apaya. Apaya means far away from good deeds. So the sugati, the Deva realms, 4. The first one is the Chaturmaharajika, the 4 guardian kings. Then the Tawatingsa of 33, heaven of 33, where Saka is the leader. Third is the Tusita. Is it? Then there's Yama. Then there's Nimarati. And then there's Namarati Sawasat, Parinimita Sawati. And there's 6. There's one more. Is Chaturmarajika, Tawatingsa, Yama, Dusita Yama, correct, Nimanarati and Parinimita Savati, 6. So there's 6 Devarans. Of the 4, the Chaturmaharajika, the 4 guardian kings, heaven, the first 7, coexist with the human realm. They overlap. The higher ones, the one that's earthbound, they are devas on the earth. The airbound, they are high above. They don't live among human beings. Human beings are disgusting. In the sense they're smelly. They don't come to human beings. Okay. They're somewhere very clean, nice, pure, everything. Today somebody told me somebody made a video, Chinese heaven of paradise. You know about it? The recent video of the Chinese heaven. You saw or not? Tengok heaven of Chinese heaven. So I checked. Oh, what does Chinese thing heaven? You saw or not? Viewer. Anybody here saw? Nobody? Don't look. Otherwise, you look at you don't go to Nibbana. Chinese heaven, I don't know, all those fairies flying in the air, all those big golden Chinese, more than what the richest man can build. It's always floating in the sky. Who told me that? Dr. Honey V. Yeah, they told me that. I immediately Googled in the Google. Very nice imagination. So anyway, this must be something very fantastic beyond the normal human imagination. But that is not easy to get there. First thing you must be easy to get there. It depends on you have much good karma to get there. You think heaven realm, next heaven, so easy senang no? Senang so like what? Like going to the best restaurant downtown and eat your lunch. No, not so simple. You have to have a lot of good karma. Imagine in this life, how many consciousness moments have passed through. All those talk, chittas, cetasikas, tick, talk. Every one of these karmic chittas and cetasikas have a possibility of creating a rebirth. So, how many chittas of good karma have you got? How many chittas of bad karma have you got? So how many? Which one is more? Tug of war. Tarik. How many? That's why the Buddha did mention the chances of being a human are already so rare. So going a Deva is so much rare. Even to the Chatu Maharajika, it's not easy. Over the higher heavens. There's one story from the sutta. There was this lady who got psychic power. He saw the few monks died. Where have these monks got reborn? And I think she's from the heaven one, higher heaven, Tavatimsa. Where has these monks been reborn? In the Chatu Maharajika only. And now I'm higher than them. And the laymen, they were so low, they were monks, we all say, potan. But when they died, they're lower than me. Why? Because she did more good karma and stronger good karma than them. So you know about karma, first you must have enough of good karma, then you must have a better quality of good karma, and this depends on concentration, this depends on what type of good karma you do, and who do you do it to, and all those add up to decide your next rebirth. And so it's not easy even to be a human being, the Buddha said. And then to be born as a Deva realm and so on, not easy. You must have enough strong good karma. So these are Devas, the different, the higher the realm, of course, the more sensual pleasures and even more, like as you go higher, they are more powerful and they are more detached. Very detached, but very pure, very clear. And of course, when they're so high up, the human realm are very low compared to it. So you think they want to go down there and stay with them? No. You want to go in a place and live in a place where full of rats and cockroaches? No. Why? It's such filthy, stinky creatures. We all like that one. Atas. Recently I went to Guamusang. I went to see one tourist spot. It was supposed to be what, railway arch. So I went jalan, the road became narrow and narrow. They went into a small kampong. The kampong was terrible. The houses are made of broken planks, broken zinc pieces, broken plastic, and pieces of cloth, all covered up, they become hard. Worse than orang asli. Orang asli, at least they have the proper tap, proper thing, and they have nice hearts and textures, quite nice to look at, and they're clean inside. Everything terrible. And then it was raining, full storm, blah, blah, blah. These things aren't going to take us there. Heavy rain, cats and dogs. How come the past people never take care of them? Kelantan. should ask Tanjong Kong to go there, Gerakan, to fight for them. So when we went there, but the children there and all those, they are so happy. They are playing the rain, heavy rain, they play football, their clothes all infected, torn, all lobang here, lobang there, bling, blah, blah. They're so happy. Why? Because the state of mind is happy. We are human beings, we meditate, so we are happy, but the devas, they are enjoying life. So we are like in a small, dirty compound, but we are happy. They are in heavenly realms, but not so happy. Something like that. so anyway, we went to the place, it was something like that. So we see heaven realms, they have all the levels and so on. That's why they say that heaven realms sometimes they go into meditation, but more samatha than vipassana. Like the Brahmas, when they sleep, they go into jhanas. The jhana is the sleep is a kind of jhana. And so as humans, there's certain advantages if born as a human than the devas. One thing, humans, you can see two sides of the story, the happiness and the suffering. And you can change for the better, learning about this. The devas, they only see happy. They say the time passes very fast because they're so happy, And time passes fast. Oh, this how many million years passed? Oh, time to die. I didn't do any good. They died immediately. They go to hell. Because there's so much craving there, then they don't realize that craving. When they die, immediately down, down, down. No, I say that. No, the text and commentaries say that. So you see, there's some good sense about it. That's why a lot of bodhisattvas and Buddhas are born in the human realm. The Buddhas are not born in the heavenly realm. The Buddhas are born in human realm. See or not? And they strive to be bodhisattvas. The bodhisattva is born in a human realm. Although the last birth of the bodhisattva is born in the Tusita heaven, the material. But many times to perfect their paramis, they are born in human realm. So you see, but the Deva realm is there, the happy realm is there, and so on. We can learn a lot of things in Deva realm, but that's true. But the real building of the human mind, or the paramis. Paramis are the strength of goodness and human mind, are done in the human realm. You can do a bit in the animal realm also, or in the Deva realm also, but a lot is done in the human realm. So, then the third type of Deva is the Deva by purity. This refers to the purity of mind, such like the Arahants and the Buddhas and the Devas. The Buddhas, for example, and Arahants, probably they're just wearing robes, broken robes, old robes. During the Buddha's time, they don't easily get a robe. There are many years before they get one. And so they all are very old and tattered and torn robes. Katina, one monastery, they have to wait 1 year, 3 months before they sew the Katina robe. And of course, nowadays they get many robes, but one of them is only the Katina robe with the privileges. So it's not so easy to find robes. There are rules, but now it's more open and more easy. But the happiness is in the purity of the mind. Because the main thing about the monks is that they meditate. They're supposed to meditate. When a person first becomes a monk, he first receives his meditation object. Traditionally, they teach him the parts of the body, kesa, loma, naka, danta. You look at the ordination procedure, the first thing he receives is the meditation on parts of the body. That means the moment you become monk, you're supposed to meditate. All right? And because once you meditate is different. First, concentration, then you can develop real insight. And then you can get freedom. Without meditation, wisdom wanes. Wisdom fades. This Dhammapada. So, the purity of mind gives him the highest peace, highest good. Highest good. Yeah. So that is what you call Devas, that which is the true happiness. Switch off the phone, or why are you opening the phone? Use the Dhamma talk. So there is a lesson in this. When you talk of Devas, happiness, you talk of the states of mind. So we quickly go to the Petas. Petas, one thing about Devas, usually you cannot see them because the material is very fine. Their lifespan is also uncertain. It can be very short, it can be very long. So it depends on the different levels of Devas. Normally people cannot see Devas. If they can see, please switch off the phone. Stop. Then you teach your wife not to switch off the phone. But anyway, bad joke. So, where was I? You usually cannot see them unless people with certain abilities, psychic powers and all those things. But normally you cannot see them because they're so fine. If you can see them, that means your mind, you cannot see them with your eyes. You have to have a very strong concentration, very subtle, sensitive awareness before you can see that. Normally you can't. Some people are born, their karmic ability to see such beings are different. Many of them don't see only Devas. If they can see, they usually see a lot of Petas. Because Petas are more gross and heavier, and they're uglier. Now Petas is again a different category of being. But this category of being, they belong to the results of bad karma. And they are born because of bad karma. So that their state of mind is low. That means the rebirth consciousness is low. Result of a bad karma. Devas are a result of a good karma. And the humans are a result of good karma. Okay. This forms, we say, the bhavangacita, the life continuum, the basic consciousness of the being. But what you see and appears to you is another story. Because when a being is born, he is born with the main karma, result karma is good or not good. But accompanying it are also other subsidiary karma, side karma, which can be good or can be bad. Okay? So a person may be born with, as a result of bad karma, but they may have other good things around him. Like a dog may be born in a very rich family, he gets all the pleasures, where the human being in India or Burma is suffering. You see all those rich Americans, cats, babies, even octopuses and iguanas and so on, living with them. Every day they feed them comfortable life. But people somewhere in India, Sri Lanka, Congo, they are starving. But human beings are supposed to result good karma, but they don't have strong, supportive karma. Right? Even human beings, see, human beings, they are reborn as human beings, but they may be very poor. They may be born as human beings, they may be very rich. But the rich human being may be stupid. And the poor human being may be very wise. Which means the quality of the basic karma is the one which is wisdom. And the one which is no wisdom is not so good quality, based on wisdom. Why? Because the one with the wisdom may not have done so much good karma and dana, whereas the one in the which is stupid may not have done much meditation or study, but he has done a lot of dana. And so depending on what ripen, karma ripen, they are such. So there are some petas, you can see, usually most petas, because of bad karma, they are very ugly, they are very few. Petas usually mean hungry, lacking, something lacking very much. So that when you say hungry ghost, nothing to wear, naked, body is full of worms, rotting, so until there is only skeletons walking about, crows pecking on them. Although you can't see, but the crows and dogs can see them, keep chasing them. And then, these are we call petas. They're not as bad as hell beings, but they're still terrible states of suffering. But some can be powerful. For example, there are some one type of petas, Chinese call Gui Wang, king petas. Have you heard of them? Have you heard of Gui Wang? Gui Wang? Oh, head is different. These are like, they say that, it was told me even by my teacher, Thai teachers. This time, you know why they're so powerful? Because in human life they were bomos. So they know all the mantras and magic, but they do terrible things, play with kui and so on. So when they die, they be born as that, like they are slaves. When they are human beings, they're great magician. All the little demons are under their control. No, you heard of that? And when he was going to die, he doesn't have much power anymore because he's so weak. All these little demons will come and overpower him. No, usually what he does is he passes it on to a descendant. Otherwise, they overpower him. So when he dies, they take over his body. So that's why it seems that even as a dead body, they be walking around. But it's not them, it's the hantu. Until the body rots and just skeleton, they'll still be walking around as skeletons. You know? This was told to me by these Thai people. So you see, so that's why people want to fight with demons, sometimes they lose to this king Petas, because they were more powerful bomos than them. You chant one mantra, I got mantra more powerful than yours. And this is a story told to me, believe it or not. I think there's a possibility. Yeah? So the petas also different level of petas. So that's why they're always lacking, they're always suffering. That's why sometimes they miss certain things, and what happens, they cannot get, they want to get from the relatives. I know close to where, please, Mr. Ku, do rope dana for me and transfer to me. Once you transfer to him, he got close to me. Yeah? True or not? That's what happened in one sutta from the Pettavatu. The Petta go and search for the relative, want to do dana. It's in the ship. What to do? He said, do to that man. That man is a virtuous man. He's not a monk, but a virtuous man. So they did dana and clothes to him, and the Petta was happy because immediately he gets the clothes. And the marriage was transferred to him. So there's such things. So there's a different type of pettas depending on the type of karma that they have did. The type of bad karma, they suffer different types of suffering. There's one type of petta we call Vimanika petta. It's like Yamaong. Called it, but this is actually a deva. It's like a king of hates. It's actually a deva. They are all these guardians of hell. They are this type of people where, it seems that these people did good things, but then they bear grudges. Bear grudges. You know bear grudges? They keep things in mind. You wait. When you die and you go to hell, I will go there and choke you, torture you. These people. So these are Vimanaka Petas, something like that. These are Petas, or could be Devas, but what happened is that in the daytime or night they will be Devas. At night time they will be like Petas, like hell. In the daytime they're enjoying heaven, in the Chinese heaven, in the European heaven, in the Teochew heaven, in the Hakka heaven. Is there such thing as Teochew heaven and Hakka heaven? Adeka? Adeka? Hokkien heaven? When you die, you want to be reborn in Hokkien heaven? When you die, you want to be reborn in Hokkien heaven or Teochew heaven? Which one? I say this because once when my uncle passed away, he said Teochew, So I went to the funeral, and all the ding dong going on, pee. Then out with all the devas and all those things, right there, you know what? 潮州天, Teochew heaven. Wow, I didn't know there was Teochew heaven. I'm a mixture between Hakka and Teochew. So I can go both. I can go Hakka heaven, Teochew heaven. I said, mana ada dua, boleh pun boleh. True or not? These are concepts. What actually happens depends on our mind's creation. Your mind can create it, maybe there is. Okay? And so we have all this. In the end of the story, this is between karma, good or bad karma. Good karma, you end up in a happy state, reborn in happy states, maybe as a deva. Bad karma, you may be reborn in woeful states, which can be animals, petas, asuras, or hell beings. Either way. Better you become an arahant and you get out of the cycle of existence. Yeah? Now we come to the conclusion of the talk. There's one Dhamma in the suttas that say, Tiloka, the three worlds. What are the three worlds? One is the spatial world, space. World of space. It's universe and space. Second is the Satta Loka, the world of different types of beings. Fifth is the Sankhara Loka, world of formations. Spatial world is what people of science investigate. What is there in Mars? Look. Mr. Ong is there. Then the people put in YouTube, something was unexpectedly seen in Mars. And you put the picture there. There's a man there on the Mars. And somebody like Tanju Kwang looking at the YouTube, this looks like Mr. Ong. Looks like. So, this is called the space is the moon and the sun. This we call rupa, materiality. The second is the of beings, the different types of beings. That means we talk about different realms of existence, not only human, where you occupy the materialistic world, but also the fine material and non-material. Rupa, Kamavachara, Rupavachara, Arupavachara, different ones. This comes with the planes of rebirth, where beings can be seen living there and continuing feeding on karma. Now the third Sankhara Loka refers to the realities underlying the what we see and experience apparently. And these are the mind and body formations. And that means the ultimate realities of mind and matter. That is the basic building blocks of existence. And they form and they rise and pass away moment to moment in a matrix. The whole web of conditioning underlies. This underlies all of us, and we are all part of it. Like what you call the matrix. Have you seen the matrix? What's the matrix? According to the film show. There's some kind of mechanism, and all beings are tied to it in some way, and they cannot get out of it, isn't it? So it's something like that. We are all creations of the mind, all creations of karma, all interlinked. How to get out? All join. So, what happens? You have to get free. That's why in Vipassana, you go beyond concepts, look into the basic energies, the basic conditioning, the basic and mind and material processes, qualities, all interacting. When you see them at first a bit here and there, then after that you see them wider and wider, more thoroughly, and then you see everything is non-self. When you're able to let go with full determination, because you see them all as suffering, incomplete, then the mind lets go, then you're free from rebirth. Yeah? So from the bad to the good, from good to the better, and the better to the beyond. Okay? Okay, we stop here tonight. Boleh dengar? Boleh dengar?
Sikit-sikit boleh lah.
Lebih baik. Okay, any question? Yes. Yes, correct.
If you don't know how to rejoice, how do you want to transfer to them? That means they must know a little bit of Dhamma, right?
Yeah, you tell them lah. Mentally tell them. If they are nearby and they understand you, they will rejoice. If they don't know and they don't believe you, then no. Or sometimes they are too far away, they cannot. But you get the merits anyway.
But indirectly they must learn some Dhamma also. I mean, like it's good that they have some Dhamma, then maybe they can rejoice. If no, then you...
Now let's say that in this case, to know how to rejoice itself is the most important Dhamma at that moment. Suppose a computer, what's the most important thing about a computer? Press start. You don't know how to press start, how to do anything. You may not know so much computer or Professor Koo here, but you know how to press start, cursor left, right, center. You can use the computer already. So what you need to do is you must know that how to rejoice. Okay, my grandpa, grandma, I'm doing this for you. You rejoice, you'll be happier in whatever life you have. Please rejoice. This is called karma. So if they believe you, they rejoice. Again, because when you do good karma and spirit merits, you must think of them. You must think out of them. Grandpa, grandma, wherever you are. If they're around, they will receive you and they will come, although you can't see them. Okay? Boleh dengar?
Boleh. Sifu,
What?
let's say I'm in Pure Land. Next stage, sugar and writing.
Different types of pure land. Minus pure land, I'm not sure whether it exists or not. But pure land in the sense of Tavatimsa is possible. Even Chatumarajika, higher devas, it is pure in the sense that there are pure beings there. Don't think of pure land as just the Amitavut place. Once I asked the Mahayanist monk, he's a Zen monk, what is pure land? You know what he said? In this universe, everything arises and passes away, like a sea. When there's land is where there's no more arising and passing away. It stops. So when it stops, there's no more arising and passing, more life and death. So it's pure. That is his interpretation. But he's not a pure land monk. He's a Zen monk. So a lot of this depends on your interpretations. What you need to do is, if I don't get Nibbana yet, I want to reborn in the Nibbanic pure land. At least there are people who experience Nibbana and can teach me to continue. That's the Nibbana pure land. This one is you make yourself one.
So this what Sakka is?
Tawatimsa. Second.
Oh, second highest. Huh?
No, not second highest. Second ram, not second highest.
Second rank.
No ram.
Then first rank.
Huh?
Tawatimsa.
Tawatimsa is second ram.
First rank.
First ram is Chaturmarajika, the lowest. The first is the lowest.
This is the lowest.
Chaturmarajika is the lowest.
Oh. So Osaka is
Second.
second.
After that is what? Yama. No, Tusita, I think. Tusita.
Susita.
Then Yama. Is it? Huh? There's one more, I think. Yama first, isn't it? Then Yama, then Tusita, then Nimanarati, then is Parinimita Sawati. So which one you want to go? You should have the Nibbana, pure land. So wherever realm you go, you still can practice for Nibbana. The people teaching you to go to Nibbana. The more important is where there are the teachings. You go to heaven realm, and you go to Sita heaven, you join your one group there, sing song, Wang Pu Liao every day. then you won't practice. By the time you finish your song, already how many million years? Oh, time's up. Go back to human realm. Meet again, Mr. Ong. Okay. Sadhu.